Hey everybody, and welcome to the first of my Dark Souls 3 guides. Today I will be going over all of the items and the enemies that I have discovered from the beginning of the game up until Firelink Shrine. If I missed any items, please leave those in the comments below this video and I will make an updated video in the future. Some parts of this video will be sped up in order to get through things a little bit quicker, and I will slow the videos down when I come across the items that I find. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. I'll be playing a knight class character here, as knights are fairly easy to play the game with. When you first start, you're going to wake up in the Cemetery of Ash. Go ahead and run forward into the water here, and you'll come across your first enemy, an undead wielding a broken sword. Go ahead and turn right and make your way down the water. You'll find an item here at the end, and that item is going to be a soul of a deserted corpse. These are consumable items used to gain a number of souls. Go ahead and make your way back, and you'll come across another enemy here, hunched over on the ground. Kill him, and you'll see an item there that is the Ashen Estus Flask. It is used to restore your FP, which I haven't quite figured that out. It's similar to MP. It also is used for your weapon skill. From here on, you're free to clear the enemies in this little courtyard if you wish, although you don't have to, as there aren't too many items available here at this time. Instead of going forward and out of the courtyard, we're going to go take a path to the right. You'll see some water, some graves that, what are they here? Anyway, go through the deep water here, and you're going to find a large crystal-like lizard monster here. This enemy can be kind of tough, although the reward for killing it is definitely worth it. His attacks are fairly easy to dodge. As you see, he has an overhead slam that launches crystals out in an area around him, although the hitbox doesn't seem to be quite as big as the explosion there. In addition, he'll do a rolling attack, he'll do a slamming attack on the ground, and he'll do some forward swipes and some chomps with his mouth there. Basically just dodge when necessary and kind of wail on him. He has quite a bit of HP, and he does a lot of damage if he hits you, but again, his attacks are pretty easy to dodge. I didn't have too much trouble. In fact, I don't think I even get hit in this battle here. Let's see here. And after 3 or 4 hits, you'll notice that he does get staggered a little bit, allowing you to chain some more attacks in there. Once you kill him, you will be rewarded with a Titanite Scale, which is the second level of Titanite. For those of you who don't know, Titanite Scales are items used to reinforce your weapons and make them stronger. There are multiple levels of Titanite. After we kill that monster, we'll go ahead and make our way back through the water and into the courtyard we came from, take our first right, and head out into the world. You will be greeted with a gorgeous mountain view here. Make your way to the left up the hill, and you will reach our first bonfire. I recommend lighting the bonfire and resting immediately. From here, we're going to clear out some enemies in the next area. Just kind of clear them out as you see me doing here. Quite a few enemies will be hunched over in this area, and you won't be able to immediately target them until they stand up. Be very wary when you're walking around. Go down the left side of this path here and down, and you'll notice there's 2 enemies. One enemy's wielding a crossbow, the other has a shield and a spear. Kind of a dangerous combination there. Once you take care of them, you'll be rewarded with 3 firebombs on a corpse. I have also found a sacred chime on that corpse, or maybe it was dropped from the enemy, I'm not sure. This time it was firebombs, interestingly enough. Once you make your way back, you're going to notice another corpse on top of a coffin. It can be kind of tough to reach that corpse. As you can see, I didn't quite make it this time. Go ahead and clear these enemies out, and we're going to jump cut to the run that I did finally make it. It took me 3 or 4 attempts. You will be rewarded with a Titanite Shard, which is the first level of Titanite items available to you. From here, we're going to make our way to the first boss fight. This boss fight can be fairly tough. At least I had trouble with him the first couple times, although I know some people cleared him on their first attempt. He's going to be sitting in the middle of this watery area here with a sword jammed in his chest. You're going to go ahead and pull the sword out, and that is going to initiate the fight. He's a tall, knight-like enemy wielding a large halberd type weapon there. He has a couple of attacks in this initial form. I'm going to jump cut here to the attempt in which I actually killed him, as it took me 3 or 4 times. But you'll see he's got a few different attacks here. He has a 2-attack combo with his halberd. 1 lunge, and then he'll do a massive swing around. Generally, once that combo's done, you can sneak in a few hits there. He also does a charge-up sweep, which covers about 3/4 of the area around him. Just dodge that. See, I got hit right there by one of the 2-attack combos. He has a couple of them. Again, once those combos are done, you have some time. Once you get him to about half health, he's going to transform. He's going to explode, and all this black goo and bones is going to come out of him. Once he reaches this form, I strongly recommend staying close to him. He has a lot of very long-range sweeping attacks. Stick right underneath him, and a lot of his attacks will not be able to hit you. There are still some, I believe, like this jump. Dodge out of the way of that jump, and just kind of stick on him and beat him. He does take a lot of damage from your attacks. He doesn't have a whole lot of HP, and eventually he will fall. And for that, you will be rewarded with a number of souls and the coiled sword, which is going to be an important item coming up here. As you can see, I did die before, and I had to pick up my souls there. Go ahead and light the bonfire left where he was standing, and we will proceed through the door right directly in front of us. Once this door opens, there's going to be a corpse up here to your left that's going to have a broken straight sword. I don't slow it down here because I don't think it's a very important item. Keep going to the left, you'll see another shield spear enemy and a hunched over enemy with a sword. Kill them, make your way down the path, and you will find a homeward bone, an item used to teleport to the last bonfire rested at. Go ahead and make your way back and up the hill. And to your left, you will find 2 enemies in a patch of grass kneeling over. Kill them. I don't know if they get up if you don't kill them, but just to be safe, go ahead and kill them. From here, I'm going to be clearing out some enemies. You'll see me kind of wandering a little bit as I kind of forgot where some of the items were. If you go here to the right, there's going to be a dog enemy around this corner. He can kind of be surprising. Behind him is going to be an ember item. This item, I believe, is similar to humanity. I think it restores your humanity. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't spent a whole lot of time with this game yet, so don't quote me on it. There's an enemy down here overlooking a ledge, although there are no items there. Go ahead and make your way back up. Through that door leads us to Firelink Shrine, although we're not going there quite yet. You can see me kind of wandering again here, not really knowing what I'm doing, trying to figure it all out. Some coffins there. There's an enemy up there, and he is very tough. We will deal with him later. Kill these 2 enemies, and you'll find another ember up here on the top. Go ahead and keep making your way around to the right side of the building here, and you will find another homeward bone on a corpse on top of a coffin. Now we're going to go ahead and make our way back down into the shrine itself. Again, you'll see me wandering a little bit, just making sure I haven't missed anything. I do recommend doing this, whether or not you watch this guide, as you may find items that I missed. I looked fairly thoroughly, but there is always the possibility that I missed items. Down at Firelink Shrine, you'll have the Fire Keeper here. Go ahead and put the coiled sword into the bonfire. This is going to enable the bonfire to teleport you to the various areas. Firelink Shrine is your hub. From here, there is a merchant, there's a blacksmith, and yeah, I'm going to go ahead and rest there. There aren't too many items down here, though. In another video, I'll go over dialogue and stuff. This is mostly related to the items. We're now going to go up here, and on this tree you'll find an item, the East-West Shield. This triggers these 2 enemies to attack you. We killed them before, but picking up that East-West Shield triggers them to come and attack you. And up here, we're now going to fight this man. He is a naked, well, nearly naked man, wielding a katana, and he is very tough. He has a lot of HP, and his attacks do a lot of damage. Certain attacks, I believe, can nearly one-hit you. Maybe not as the Knight class because you have more health, but some other classes may be able to die in one shot from some of his attacks. He's fairly easy to stagger, and his attacks are fairly predictable as well. Although you'll see here, I get parried and riposted, and I very nearly die. I have almost no health left. Be very careful when dealing with him. It's very easy to die. There's a lot of blood stains. You can tell I'm not the only one who's had a problem. But other than that, just kind of steer clear, attack when he attacks, and don't try to parry him. I had no luck parrying him in my previous attempts. Just kind of chain some attacks on him, backstep, let your stamina recover, go forward, chain some attacks, he'll get staggered, backstep again, and kind of rinse and repeat. And he should go down without too much of a fight. And for your effort, you will be rewarded with some pretty cool items. We have the Uchigatana, plus the Master's Attire and the Master's Gloves. I don't know the stats on those items yet, although I know the Uchigatana is pretty good. I'm going to cut here and we're going to go talk to the merchant lady down in Firelink Shrine. She has a key, which costs 20,000 souls, and is going to be used to open a gate in the back. I don't know where the gate leads. I don't have 20,000 souls, obviously, but I just want to show it to you real quick here. This is where you'll buy this key, and from here, we're going to make our way back out of Firelink Shrine and up to the last item I've discovered, as well as this gate. It's also a giant here, reference to Dark Souls 2. So you'll find a corpse here, locked gate, that's what that key opens, and a soul of a deserted corpse, another item there. And that's it. That's everything I've found in Dark Souls 3 up until Firelink Shrine. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And yeah, I'll be back with some more guide videos for upcoming areas. If I missed anything, please let me know. Thanks a lot. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.